episode of The Collector. I'm your host, Christopher Sackett, musician, martial artist, and most importantly, collector. I love stuff. Comic books, sports memorabilia, music. I love it all. Now, one thing you're going to notice about this show is it's segmented. So back in the, I want to say the late 80s, there was a videotape series called Hard and Heavy. Now, it focused on the hard rock and metal scene of that time period. So you had bands like Motley Crue, Motorhead, Saxon, and of course your big names like Anthrax and Guns N' Roses, things like that. But they did the show in segments. So it would bounce from like a segment about Kicks to a segment about Motorhead to Fiona, all the hard rock and metal artists of that time period. And as a collector, I would love to search for those VHS tapes and add them to my collection. I'm assuming I could do that online very easy. The problem is they're only on VHS, as far as I know. And I then would have to also acquire a working VCR. So, when was the last time you saw a decent working VCR? I found beat up ones in antique stores, but I digress. So, the very first episode, and it's segmented. This is segment 1. We're going to start with diving into one of my binders. So the binders are my favorite and rare and valuable comics. So some of them may be just favorites. They're not worth anything to you or to anyone else on the market, but they're worth something to me. Some of them are valuable. This one is my most treasured comic book. I'm not sure if it's my most valuable. It's worth at least $75 last I checked with the grade that it is. This is Tales of the Teen Titans Judas Contract. First appearance of Dick Grayson as Nightwing. Yes, that issue. So I mean, you have Deathstroke, and you've got I don't remember what this kid's name is, to be honest. I knew he was like Mute or something like that. But it's all about Dick Grayson as Nightwing. So, for those who don't know, what happened was Dick Grayson, Robin, he got shot. And Batman freaked out, didn't want him being Robin anymore, sent him on his way, bounced around Europe for a little bit, and ended up hooking up with a bunch of other sidekicks that their mentors didn't want either. Guys like Speedy from, Green Arrow, Kid Flash, who was with Flash. And they formed this little band of misfits, sidekicks, if you will, called the Teen Titans. It's kind of like, in that show Sky High, that movie that came out decades ago. I can't remember when Sky High came out, but it was, you went to the high school for superheroes and you got divided into hero or sidekick. Well, these are all the sidekicks trying to find their ways to becoming hero. Well, when it got to Tales of the Teen Titans number 44, Dick Grayson decided to drop his Robin persona and adapt a more dark Batman-esque persona, Nightwing. One that has been very loyal to him and done him very well throughout the years. I mean, this binder alone is a binder of Teen Titans. So you've got, that Tales of the Teen Titans number 44, which, like I said, in this condition, last I checked the market, was worth about $75. So to me, that's good money. It might have gone up in price since I've last checked. But that is worth a lot to me. It was given to me on Father's Day, and it is Nightwing happens to be one of my favorite characters of all time. Also in this book, you've got the Robins, if you will. So here is the number November 1993 Robin number 1. Now, you might be saying to yourself, Robin number 1, that's got to be worth a lot of money. There was a problem with comic books in the 90s. They mass-produced them so much. They put so many of them out there. It devalued them. Even the Death of Superman and the funeral series that they did for Superman, unless you still have it in the original plastic sleeve that it came in, it's been devalued because there's so much out there. There's so many copies on the market. So, I mean, I've got that in this binder. I've also got a one-shot from the Bruce Wayne Road Home series of Red Robin. So right there, we just, that's another Robin. That's Tim Drake. So, you're looking at the Robins here. This Robin number 1 that's not Dick Grayson, and Tim Drake became Red Robin. So, and then he eventually uh, also grew into his own. Not really Batman-esque. He used a lot more with computers in his mind, and he wasn't as dark. Um, but he did change his look every so often. Like if you look at this Red Robin number 26, it's a little bit of a darker Red Robin look than the more modern Red Robin. This is another one that's worth a little something. This is the first solo series debut for Nightwing. I have issues 1 through 4. It was a 4-part miniseries, again, of Nightwing. And you can find that out there in good condition. I believe this one's only worth about $10. But, you know, to me, again, it's Nightwing. It's worth quite a bit. So when you get into comic books, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. I said I got all 4 issues in here. Here's Jason Todd, Red Hood and the Outlaws, keeping with the Robins. Keeping up with the Robins, the Robinsons, the Robins, whatever you say. There's Red Hood and the Outlaws. That was from the New 52. 2015, that one came out. Probably worth about $4. Not a lot, but, you know, to me it is. Here's another one, Catwoman. Still in the Bat family. Number 1, August 1993. But what did we just say about the 90s? As cool as this is, Catwoman number 1, Catman number 1 is probably a whole different thing. There is a Catman, yes. But Catwoman number 1, 1993, this is probably in this condition maybe $10. Because in the 90s, they really went crazy with comic books. They onslaughted us with a lot of copies. And people stockpiled them. So they aren't as valuable from that time period of the 90s as some of the older stuff. So, but again, you know, when it comes to your favorite characters, like I'm getting into some Green Arrow here and stuff like that. What collecting mostly matters is what's worth it to you. Because ultimately, if you are buying just to sell, the collection is only worth what it is to the buyer. So, you know, unless there is certain collectibles like, you know, Mickey Mantle's rookie card, it doesn't matter what you know about baseball or what you care about baseball, you know that's worth quite a bit. So look at the Pokemon card that Logan Paul just sold. I think it was for like $16 million or something crazy number like that. He was wearing around his neck in WWE. You know, Logan Paul already worth millions of dollars, sold that one Pokemon card. And we're going to get into Pokemon later with Hunter Collects Them All, our Pokemon segment. But we won't get into this Logan Paul thing. Again, someone was willing to pay that. So ultimately, your collection is only worth what it means to the next person. So to me, my collection is worth a lot. When I break it down, it's probably not worth a lot to another collector. And ultimately, if you are one that is looking to sell, if you go to a comic book store, these guys buy in mass quantities and they give you the lowest common denominator as far as money value, because they get so much inundated. They'll get long boxes like these long boxes in, and they'll end up in the dollar pile because they just don't have the labor force to go through and separate everything. So in that case, you go on a treasure hunt. Whenever you find these long boxes where it says Dollar Comics, you won't believe what you find. So that's a little bit about comic books, collecting, getting into the first episode of The Collector right away with members of the Bat family. You know, my personal favorite. We didn't really talk about Batman, but Nightwing is a great place to start as far as it goes with the Bat family, because we could do episode upon, you know, the man himself, Batman. Moving on to the next. Down here. Gotta go down here for the G.I. Joes. So G.I. Joes, there's been a lot of different ones. We're looking at the Image ones, as we've already kind of upped with the Marvels. So we got here. These are the covers that you can do some artist rendering work. That's not what we're interested in. Image number 1, I think I have. A lot of these I have already. Yeah, I got all these. So let's put those back. Let's look. See what we got here. Silent Missions Beachhead. That's a good one. We got Destro and Baroness 307. That's a good one. Alright, so now what we have to do is check this out. There's an app that I use. Unfortunately, it's on the phone that we're recording with, so you can't pull it up, but we use our comic book app to make sure that we got these issues. What do you got? Oh, Nick Fury versus S.H.I.E.L.D. That's a good issue. Yeah, the chick from Nick Fury vs. Shield. That's a good issue. Hey, check this out. It's a Rob Zombie comic. Rob Zombie presents Whatever Happened to Baron von Schlock. That's kind of cool. All right, so we're gonna go with these two G.I. Joes and add these to the collection. We'll check our comp gap to make sure that we don't have them already, because I know I don't have this one, but I might have this one. All right. What we got?
We got a 0.
0.
Nightmare Before Christmas. That's one of my favorites.
Jack Skellington too. 20.
Yes.
Wow. $24.99
Yeah, but that's a special one.
for Jack Skellington.
You can see right there. It says Specialty Series Exclusive.
It's not bad.
Dad, they still have the
Pokemon keychain. Not bad. Pretty cool. Yeah. We're walking. We're walking. We're walking. We're walking. What do we got? And now we're
See
finding.
if they got a bunch of little guys.
Oh, wow.
Not a Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yep. Oh, that's pretty cool. I think somebody would get a kick out of that.
Oh, we know someone who would like that.
Ew, Dad.
Rick and Morty, baby.
Dad, ew. It's kind of ugly.
These are my favorites.
Oh yeah, horror movies.
I don't have
There we
this
go.
one.
It's a Beetlejuice. Friday the 13th.
Yeah, I don't have any of these. I think I like this one.
Nice.
That's the typical one.
Very cool. Very, very cool. Very cool.
Got it. Hey, you got some. Oh, I don't have any. You thought you put it back in there. Oh, I will.
All right, now put them in. Put them in. All right.
Wait, I see what I got to do.
God,
You gotta
now.
move it, drop it, and then you push to knock things over, and that goes to this level.
Oh.
See? So watch how he does it. He puts the token in, it goes down to there, pushes there, trying to knock things off.
Oh, that was almost.
To knock things off there. Oh, there you go. You got a coin.
Wait, I got 2 coins?
Yeah. Just keep trying. Going for more Pokemon. This is like
Oh, there we go.
This is like the day of Pokemon. More coins?
Yeah, I got more. But where is it?
All right, keep going.
All right. Keep trying. Keep trying. Hunter has been collecting Pokemon for quite a while. Not only does he collect Pokemon, he goes through and he prices them, so he knows what the value of each Pokemon card is. So not only does that help a collector, it also helps Hunter in his own collection, because he's always looking at his cards going, do I want this one? You know, because some cards you want because you like them, but other cards you want because ka-ching, ka-ching. So Hunter, what do we got for today for Hunter Catches Them All?
Alright, so today I'm basically going to show you about all of my collector stuff about Pokemon. So first, we ordered this fidget spinner of a Pokeball. It's on Amazon, you can get it. So it's basically a glow up in the dark. If you see it's a fidget spinner, you can see yourself through the mirror like that. You can see yourself.
Yep. Lights up green.
Yes. At dark time, see, like, you can't really see the green right now, but they have a flashlight in here that you can see green. Just shine it at it and boom. Alright, next we have is a Pokeball. I got this one for free because there is a thing going on. Like,
So one of the things we like to do is we like to talk about where we go for stuff. So here in Auburn, New York, there's a store called CNY Games for Less. And at CNY Games for Less, you can get video games. They also have a huge selection of Funko
you can,
Pops.
like, sell stuff and stuff.
Yep, they buy all the time.
They have, like, old video game consoles, like Nintendo Switch 2s and stuff. Like, old school games, like, it's like,
a lot of Funkos, though.
yeah, a lot of Funko Pops. They have, like, a section of Pokemon stuff. They have, like, toys, controllers. We saw actually a Steelers controller that was $30 there. We didn't get it because it was expensive.
So CNY Games for Less, they're located at the Finger Lakes Mall in Auburn, New York. And one of the things that they do with Pokemon is they got a giveaway box. So you buy whatever you purchase of Pokemon or whatever, you get something for free. So Hunter picked up that Pokeball
This?
for free. And as far as getting back really quick to the fidget spinner, we got that on Amazon. That was only, I believe, $15.99.
15, yeah, around
$15.99. So that's another
Under
great
20.
purchase.
We also got this. It's like a Charizard, like a thing that you put cards in. I also have this one, but I didn't buy it. I bought this from Larger in Life. And they also have these that you can get. Like, if you buy a Pokemon card, like a Pokemon card or a Pokemon deck,
Yeah.
you get one of these for free. So get one for free. They have tins, Pokeballs, sleeves, boxes, different stuff that you can get. So if you like don't have any other collectible stuff, you can get that. If you buy like a $6 pack, you can get that for free.
So we got a couple minutes left of Hunter Catches Them All. Let's actually look at some cards. What cards do you want us to break out and take a look at here?
Alright, so I'm gonna show you. Let's show you some of these cards. These are not really good cards, but they're also good at the same time.
Well, again, it's some cards you get because you like, and some cards you get because ka-ching, ka-ching.
So we got a bunch of these. These are all the stars, like 1 stars, 2 stars, promo stars. So the stars mean that it's a good card, but it's not like, the money might not be great, but it's a good card. And I learned that from somebody.
So we're looking at Trevenant and Steelix and Whismer, Mighty Yenna. That's Mighty Yenna right there. Now you use an app to find out the pricing of these,
Yes.
right? Houndoom, that's one of my personal favorites. He's cool looking. Pidgeot, there's another cool one. Yep, Houndoom. What's the app that you use to price your cards?
So it's on my phone, but I use like TCG Player.
Yep.
Yeah, where my brother used to work.
Zachary used to work
they
there.
do card things. I used to do it. I used to got an app that thing. But it didn't really help because my brother, he does card stuff. He used to work out like cards.
He used to work for TCG Player, so he's an expert on the subject because that was his specialty.
And he's like, no, those are not how much they was. So he went to TCG Player, and these are like a couple cents, maybe $1 or something. You can scan it. There's like different card stuff. Yu-Gi-Oh! You can scan it or you can type it in to research it. And they let you shows the price. You can add them all up and the total's right there.
So the cool thing that we learned through all that was don't just go on your phone and into your app store, whether it be the Play Store or the Apple App Store, and just pick any app on card grading. We were looking at stuff and it said the card was $75. Reality, it was $2-3. So you definitely want to get a reputable app, something from like TCG Player. They were in the business for a long time, still are. They moved out of central New York and to a different area. eBay is the owner of that company. So you definitely want to research your apps before you just jump into a pricing app because you really don't know what you're getting. You want to make sure you're getting something reputable, read reviews, research it online, and that'll help you figure out what to get as far as, something for pricing.
Alright, so I'm going to basically show you guys. I don't think I have... You can keep talking to them because I'm trying to find...
Well, we got a couple minutes left. Let's see what we got before we...
I'm just trying to find a 2-star...
Or about a minute left.
Just trying to find like 2 stars right here.
2 stars? Okay.
I'm going to show
This
them
is a
like,
2-star right here. Iron Valiant is a 2-star.
That's a 1-star.
Where are you seeing the star? I thought those were
You
the stars.
see there's 2 stars right there.
Got you. Okay. See, learn something new every day. I'm not a Pokemon guy, so... But, again, Pokemon is one of the highest things that people love to collect, so we will do it here on The Collector.
Yes, and if you...
Dubwall. That one's kind of cool.
So, yeah. So,
like
I'm going to show you guys. We're going to try to find a 2-star card right now. It might take a little bit, but it might be over 3 minutes, but that's okay.
We're already way over the 3-minute
Yeah,
mark.
it doesn't really matter at this
It's
point.
the first episode of The Collector, so we're still getting our feet wet, if you will, or but don't get the comic books wet. I don't want my comic books wet.
No, duh, dude.
Dude. No drinks allowed near the comic books.
Alright, so basically I'm trying to find... I don't have a 2... Is there any 2-star?
Is that a 2-star?
No, that's a 1-star. Alright, so
just go with a 1-star.
Alright, so, yeah, let me show you guys something. Okay. So I learned this from Caitlin's brother.
Yep, Justin, who was another big collector.
So, these cards, you think it's not that good, right? Because it doesn't look shiny and stuff.
Right.
But, there's a small detail. You see that star right there? That means it's a good card. You can't just look at the details and be like, oh, that's not good. You always have to look at the bottom. 1 star. If you get like a 2-star, we can find one. There's 2 stars right there. There should be 2 stars. And I don't really know what promo means, but there's also right here that says promo star.
Promo means promotional.
Yes. Thank you, Dad. So yeah, those mean, so if you get like a star card, like, say like, this has cost $0. It has a star on it. No, it doesn't. It means like a couple cents or $1, maybe 2. You always have to look at the stars.
So another thing we're going to get into in a future episode with this segment is we're going to talk about the Pokemon cards, Japanese versions versus American versions. We'll also get into what to look out for counterfeit Pokemon cards. Yes, they are out there. And one of the things we will talk about on The Collector is in certain collectible markets, not necessarily Pokemon, but there are certain items where counterfeits are worth just as much or more than the real thing. So we'll get into that with different collectibles as well. But right now, that's pretty much all the time we got for our Pokemon section.
Oh, here's a 2-star.
What do you got there? You got a 2-star?
All right,
let's
so
show them the 2-star.
This is a 2-star Pokemon. So like I showed you, there was only 1 stars, promo stars. Now, this card is shiny. You think this card is shiny. This is a card. This is good. It has 2 stars right there. I'm trying to get it close to the camera. 2 stars right there. That means it's... I don't really know what that means, but I know it's a good card because there's a star next to it. I'm still getting used to Pokemon. Well, not really, because I've been collecting. I just got into them. Well, not really.
So we're going to learn with you. But right now, we're going to give this segment 2 stars and move on to the next.
So that's it for episode 1 of The Collector. Right now, just here hanging out with my guitar collection. Again, another collection we'll get into at another time when we talk music instruments. And one of my favorite things to do is go into antique stores looking for older treasures when it comes to guitars and basses and other musical instruments. But I hope you had fun this week talking comic books, talking Pokemon, and just going on little adventures down the roads, if you will, of the world of collecting. Until next time, Christopher Sackett, move forward.